Hi, Katherine Wolf here from Hope Heals. Have to tell you this deep truth. If you have a pulse, you have a purpose. I love that thought that you may not be physically what the world would see as ideal. You may not be able to walk even. You may not be able to get around in this world or drive a car or whatever it is. But you're on this earth for a reason. The Lord has let you live. He has let you survive whatever you've been through. And the number of people in this world who are dealing with broken bodies and broken hearts is pretty much all of us. We've got a lot of stuff. And the reality is we can thrive in the circumstance we're in. We can flourish, not in spite of, but because of the limitations in our story. So if we have a pulse, we have a purpose. I love the thought that we should not wait to celebrate. I say don't wait to celebrate like crazy, because here's the truth. We're not promised tomorrow. We don't know what's going to happen in our lives. Today may be the best day, the worst day, or the last day in any of our stories. What we can do today is celebrate it, that we're here. We can celebrate the process of our stories. Nothing is wrapped up with a neat bow, honestly, this side of heaven. So we can celebrate God in the midst of hard stuff and recognize that now is the time to jump in and celebrate all that God is doing here and now. Just have to encourage you. You in your life right here, right now, are too blessed to be bitter. Did you know that? It's crazy. Everything in our world is telling you, you should be bitter. You should really resent your story, what's happened to you, all the bad stuff. Like, yeah, you have earned the right. You are entitled to be mad about it. I'm screaming a different song. I'm saying we are all way too blessed to ever be bitter about what's happened in life. The reality is, if you are alive on earth today, you've got some crazy blessings happening, no matter all the hard things that are falling apart in your life. So you are too blessed to be bitter. Have to tell you, we are called to hope while we cope. Mark it down, hashtag hope while you cope. You want to know why? Because in my story, and in really all of our stories, we must live with hope of what can happen. Let's live expectantly of how God is going to show up in our stories. But let's also cope with the reality of our lives. Let's not only just be waiting around for this or that to happen. No, let's live well within our constraints. So always, always hope while you cope. You know what I believe so deeply? Some of us are in external wheelchairs on the outside of our bodies, but we've all got internal, invisible wheelchairs happening inside of us. Now, what I mean by that is there's brokenness in our stories, stuff that's happened to us, things we've done, things we've said, people we've hurt, people who've hurt us. We're wearing a lot of junk on the inside of our bodies, if we're honest. Now, some of us have the unique opportunity to have some stuff on the outside. And I know for me, that doesn't mean I got a pass. I still got stuff on the inside. I got an invisible wheelchair too, but I got an external one. But the reality is we're all dealing with brokenness, and 2 Corinthians 12:9 is true. His grace is sufficient, for in our weakness, his power works most powerfully. Listen, I'm really bad off. I'm in this wheelchair, my hand doesn't work, my face is paralyzed, I'm deaf in one ear, I have double vision, I'm blind in one eye. I got loads of health problems. Here's the thing though, you would assume that's because I'm a stroke survivor, but it's not. It's because the wise surgeon made the careful decision to sacrifice things in order for me to sustain life. Isn't that powerful? That's all of our stories. We may have brokenness and pain and hard stuff. Consider how the wise surgeon is using it to allow you to flourish.